wanted to ask because Ballin4peace, like you said, prior to the pandemic, it was like you said, it was an up and coming company, and you was literally playing basketball in a peaceful way. Just kind of instead of the other sense where it's more, I mean, I guess growing up playing basketball is a little bit different, especially when you're playing pickup, because sometimes it gets a little too competitive, and someone, nobody want to lose at that point. So now it went from Ballin4peace, I'm balling for life. But I wanted to say that I wanted to ask, like during this pandemic, I know it was a tough time, but did you start to like look at some of your past events and start to like kind of look forward into some of your fine tuning and how you're gonna work after the pandemic's over? Did you kind of like fantasize how some of these events in the future are going to be after this pandemic restrictions will cease?
That's a good question, man. I actually, I did. I wondered a lot. I wondered if how they were gonna go, how we were gonna be able to do it. I actually did. We've done a couple of events during the pandemic, but we did them outside. I was able to bring my Queens Week basketball tournament back. Me and my partner Dave Buckner, we were able to do that. Where we gave out $5,000 to the winning team. We had 12 teams, 3 courts, 2-game elimination, in our unique way, where we do game is 21 by 1s and 2s, or whoever's winning after 20 minutes. But we're going to move that up to 21 minutes now, and we're going to actually call it the Ultimate 21. So the game is 21 by 1s and 2s. You have an 8-man roster, 2-game elimination, and we do it. Saturday is the play-in games, right? And then we have Sunday will be the Final Four and the finals in the same day. So I was able to bring that back during the pandemic, doing some more outside events, and was able to have vendors that we have at our events get to make some money. People don't understand when you're doing these events, you're not just doing them for yourself, you're doing them for other people as well too. Because, all of these vendors, when they come to events, they're able to have a good time. They're able to make some money. They're able to connect and network. So that's one of the pivotal parts. But I was definitely thinking of like, how am I going to do Ballin4peace again? I was able to pivot and do these events outside. But when it was like almost seeming like it wasn't going to happen again. Like I was like, yo, the NBA's back, but they were in a bubble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have bubble money, and then it doesn't make sense. If I can't have people there, like, what's the point of having an event? So, doing the outside events kind of got me that courage back again. And I did a Ballin4peace softball game. We did our first ever softball game across the street from Yankee Stadium, and we had the NYPD versus Ballin4peace All-Stars. I had a lot of celebrities and stuff like that playing the game. I should have had a little bit more athletes, because the cops whipped us. But yeah, so I definitely did think about it. I was thinking about how it can be better, and things of that nature. And every day I think about how I can make Ballin4peace better and what we can do moving forward. But that was a good question.
I think you pretty much hinted at my next question, because there had to be a part in you when the world was shut down. And when you look ahead, there's nothing to look ahead to. Outside was like, I am legend out there. It had to be a point in your mind where you sat there and said, is this going to last? Like, or are we going to be able to continue to have Ballin4peace, because everything is closed in and now we living in this digital world? Was there any point in time in your mind where you felt like, listen, man, like, I want to see how we're going to be able to pull this off? Was there any innovative ways that you were going to have, like alternative routes, in case we didn't open back up in a timely fashion?
That's another good question, because I definitely did think about it. I actually started with that. I went to H2o. I started doing music events, right? I started doing my music events again. So I did 2 events in Atlanta, because Atlanta was low-key still open. So I wanted to see how that was, and we packed it out. But as far as being in New York, which was like, desert, like I Am Legend, like you said, mm-hmm. I was like, man, bro, I don't know if it's gonna happen again. I really didn't know, and I started kind of getting nervous, and it was just weird, man. Like the space of the world was very different, and me personally, I lost like 7 different ways of income during that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an in-person type of person. Like, I do my things in person. We do, we share with the people. We grow with the people. We build with the people. I'm a people-friendly organization, So at the end of the day, I did think about it a lot. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it again. You have your ups and down days. You get very sad during that pandemic time. It was just like, it's frustrating because I felt like in the first time in my life that I wasn't in control of my life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was like, you know, you had to think of other things, but that point in time lets you know that, you know, you don't really control what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if anybody would have said, yo, the whole world's going to stop, the entire world is going to pause. And, you know, for even now, it's almost 3 years, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just now starting to kind of get used to it. Hopefully, you know, we can stay in this space. But I definitely was, you know, I kind of got scared at some points in time that, you know, I didn't know if this would ever happen again. It was, you know, it was almost like, you know, we was in the twilight zone. You know, you have a lot of the same days, don't even know what day it is of the week.
Yo, that's a fact.
You know, like, it was kind of crazy. And I'm just being honest and real. Some people front like, yo, the best time of my life. Nah, it wasn't. Like, it was cool, but it was like, you know, I was able to pause, but then you kind of thinking about money. How you gonna make money? What is money? Is money even real? Like, what's the point of money? Like, if you can't use it, if you can have a boatload of money, but you can't use it at this time. It was just weird. It was just a weird time. And I'm just honestly thankful to God that we were able mentally to get past this and kind of move forward during this time too. You know, because we definitely did move forward. I was able to do online merchandise and things that I never did before. We only used to do merchandise when we had events. Now we have a whole e-commerce store. It's Ballin4peace.org. Make sure you go to the page and get some stuff. Yeah.
I do have a follow-up question to that, and then I'm gonna pass the rock to Zay after you answer it. It's like staying on the digital side of things, because I'm a very philosophical individual. I call myself the real Lil, not by coincidence, but I'm a philosophical dude. What do you think about this digital universe that we are trending towards? Because you seem like the type, because obviously, Claire, you have the Ballin4peace. So that's an outside venture. That's a, you know, gather with the people, get active, get outside, you know, compared to the universe that we are living in now, where people are doing everything virtual. People are going on dates on Zoom. You know, people are doing everything online. What are your thoughts? Even money. You talked about money. Well, you have cryptocurrency and digital money. What are your thoughts about this, you know, metaverse that we're living in right now?
It's scary. Like, I thought about even with crypto, I thought about it a lot. So when crypto was kind of first coming out, and like, I was thinking like, yo, what if you're rich, you're a millionaire, you have all this money, and then you can't use it anymore. Like, you have to convert it to something else or like do, like, damn, like, you know, I thought about that, honestly. And then I thought about all the different crypto coins and stuff. And it's like, yo, who's to say what is more valuable than this and that? It was like, what is it backed by? It's backed by nothing. But then people say money's not backed by nothing. And then they have you just thinking in a whole, like, you know, a weird, crazy space. And then low key, you can go crazy by thinking about all the certain things that we have, all the different currencies that we have. Is like, what really makes sense anymore? Does it make sense? Like, you know, what are we doing here? Like, you know, it definitely, it was, it is, not was, it's a time that we have to understand what we're actually doing and what we actually value the most. You know, we have to do it. You know, it can't come from anybody else. Some people may value crypto more and kind of put all their, you know, everything into crypto, you know, but, you know, with Bitcoin and everything, it goes up and down. Like, it'd be 60,000. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 60,000 for one coin, and then it goes back to 30,000. It's like, yo, like, I can't, you know, really rock with that right now. I do have some stocks. I do have some crypto. I have like I have 3 different cryptocurrencies right now. I'm still learning it. You know, I'm in the stocks game. I've been in that for a couple years as well. But I like, even with me, I buy stocks that I believe in, like that I have as well, like Apple. I have, like, you know, I don't have a Tesla, but I think Tesla, you know, that's where we're going to be going with the electric cars, especially with all these high gas prices and stuff like that. You know, and Biden's a fan of electric, you know, cars and different things like that. He's eco-friendly president. So my thoughts on crypto, again, it's still unknown. It's too early to tell. And in the metaverse is, man, it's like, no, dang. It's just making more and more people have to stay in the house, and more people feeling comfortable. And it's gonna make more and more people lazy. That's what I think. You know, you going on a date in the crib, you're in the crib, and you're like that's crazy to me, man. Like,
that's a fact.
Meeting somebody in person is that's why people still like to do. That's why concerts still sell out. That's why like wrestling events and basketball games still sell out. And movies, you can get the same thing at your TV at the crib, but you still want to go outside and do something. Like me, I have a weight room in my apartment building, but I still like to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because you're around people. You know, you out of your own place. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be by yourself. And I just think that, you need that people interaction. You need that real interaction. And I think that it's cool. It's going to be a fad, but I don't think, I hope, I hope that people aren't going to take this into just where, we in some 2080.
No. I could picture it in my head right now, me opening the door and see flying cars in the air, bro. Like I could see those things happen. I know it seems like a conspiracy theory, but bro, go ahead, Jose, my fault.
No, I think y'all both, I mean, the dialogue just now was like the trends, right? The following trends of the digitized world. And it's been like this for a little while. Even when social media came out 10 years ago, the trend was going towards just the digital world, but it was just a taste of it at the time, because Instagram and then Snapchat dropped, and then Twitter, before that Facebook, everything was like, even MySpace. I remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but when we was all on MySpace making our profiles, we were coding at the time as kids, like, oh, I want the best thing in the background. And at the time, if we knew that the coding was going to be what it is now, that you can make 100K, 200K just as sitting in the crib on a laptop, I think more people would have took it more serious than just a wallpaper background. Like, you really animating an entire website essentially, but we're just focused on, we want the SpongeBob with the money sign on, the change.
Can you dig it? Sports Radio Network is here. Revolutionize the game of media. You dig?